playback or echo. And if you have any questions as we go through, do not hesitate to put them in the chat. We will leave a few minutes at the end for questions, but if you don't want to forget it, put it in the chat. We'll go back to it. We are so happy that you took some time out of your Sunday to be with us. I know it's like 10 o'clock on my time. It's 11 where Kesa is, and I don't know, 1 p.m. where Laura is. So we're all over the country. It looks like we're all in one country that are on right now. And so we're just so grateful that you took out this time, and when time is so precious right now, to join us. And we love sharing our stories and our journeys with you. And so I ask that you keep an open mind throughout this whole presentation. And then, like I said, do not hesitate to ask any questions. We are all pretty much open books. We are not going to sugarcoat anything. And so we're just really excited to share it. And Laura is going to take it away.
Yay! All right. So the first thing I do want to say before I start talking is I don't know a single Beachbody coach who ever thought they wanted to be a Beachbody coach. Literally, I don't know any kid in high school who thinks that and stuff like that. So when Kelly said about keeping an open mind, I do think that that's just such an important part of this journey. And so we're all going to share our own journeys into coaching. You can see me on the screen. I've been coaching since 2015. And it really changed my life in a major way. Not only did it change me in a physical, but it's changed me in a confidence and an emotional way. And so I kind of want to take that journey with you and kind of take us back to 2015, Laura, because it was a different Laura than I am now. And so it's kind of fun to revisit. So at the time, I would have had I think Abby was 3 or something. And so Olivia would have been 6. So little kids. And my friend Julie, who's my coach, she went through losing her dad. And so we were talking on the phone literally every single day for a long time. And so at some point after she lost her dad, she started doing Beachbody stuff, and she lost 40 pounds in 6 months. And in that same 6 months, I was doing Weight Watchers, and I was up and down, lose 5, gain 5, not because of Weight Watchers, because of me, don't want to badmouth anyone ever. But basically, I got to the point where I watched her success, and I was I will do whatever you are doing because I want your results. That. So that's because I was honestly, I was very this is stupid. You're drinking a shake. That's dumb. You work out all the time. I wasn't really on board with what she was doing. But then when I saw her results, I was okay, maybe I need to get on board with what she's doing. But in the beginning, to be honest, Josh and I, we had very tight budgets because he's a music therapist and I'm a teacher, and this house isn't flowing with money. We are in these service professions where you don't make tons of money. And so we had a really tight budget and 2 young kids and needing childcare. And the original package I bought was $160. And I remember at the time, Josh and I used to have $100 a month that we would let ourselves spend on fun. So this idea of spending $160 on something for me, that was honestly questionable if I'd even do that. In fact, that was how Josh felt. He was I don't know why you're spending money on that when you're not going to do this, and so it was very extreme. And so I did it, and I couldn't afford it. And my friend who signed me up, she's why don't I sign you up as a discount coach? And that way, if you want to start coaching at all, if you get 3 people to hop on board with you, you'd get your stuff paid for. And I literally told her, I was if you freaking want me to be a coach, I will unfriend you, stop that. And she's I'm not trying to make you be a coach. I'm just trying to get you a discount. And I'm okay. Well, so literally the next day, my neighbor comes over and she's I'm going to buy that Shakeology from Julie. And I'm well, no, you aren't, because I'm a coach and I can sell you that Shakeology and I can make some commission. So that is honestly how I started coaching. And then I threw something up onto Facebook, and I just said, I'm doing the 21-day fix. Does anyone want to do it with me? So it wasn't anything I was trying to I really wanted people with me on the journey is what I'm trying to say. I wasn't trying to sell. And you'll hear us talk about this. None of us on this call believe we sell things. We believe we share our journey. That's our belief. But I got some people who wanted to do it with me. And that's what started my coaching journey, was honestly this brokenness. So a cheap woman who wanted people to join her on the journey. And what I found is that as I started doing it, I found that I loved it. Like, I had no idea that I had this passion and this propensity for helping women in this way. Like, I'm a teacher, so I obviously knew I was a helpful person and I have a giving heart and stuff, but I didn't know I'd love this. I didn't know I'd love the messages that I get when people are like, oh my gosh, I can put my wedding ring on again and I couldn't fit in it for years, you know? And oh my gosh, like, I don't hate myself when I look in the mirror, or whatever the things are behind the scenes that people talk to me about. Those really fill my cup. And the fact that I know I'm adding value to this world is really, really important. It took me a long time as a coach to start wanting to build a team for myself. So like, I was getting people to join me for me to help them with weight loss, but I wasn't necessarily building a team. And so this year I finally was like, you know what, like, I'm not living up to what I can do. So I've started really trying to build a team, which has been transformative for me. So I made a good amount of money last month. I made nearly $2,000 last month, which felt amazing to me. And the reason I kind of want to share that side of things with you is because for me, because I'm a teacher, I actually never thought I'd be able to make any money. And I know that might sound weird to like everyone else, I don't know, but like, I chose a profession where you're literally told from a young age you can't make money at this profession, right? And so you kind of resign yourself to this, like, I'm just going to be poor. Like, and some people, like, I literally talked to a teacher yesterday who was like, yeah, she's like, I can't marry another teacher. Like, I know that because we won't have money. Like, and so I kind of resigned myself to this idea that I wasn't going to be able to make money. However, of course, I do want to say, like, the money I made, like, that you only get that money if you work hard and it's due to your effort. You know, it's not like a guarantee people make money at this, but it's possible. And for the first time in my life, I am seeing what is possible for me. And that's incredible because my husband, I don't know if you guys realize this, but he's a business owner, and COVID's really been hell for us. Like, in our house, it's been hard. And I know that's a lot of household stories. And the fact that I can have this extra source of income to help our family has really made a big difference. And so, I'm trying to, like, I have my notes about the things I wanted to make sure I shared with you. So this has really, like, been transformative in our home, and that's been cool. I've started, like, really trying to be intentional too about how I use the earnings I'm making so that I can actually make a difference, not only in, like, my life, but other people's lives, and use it with purpose and passion rather than just like, hey, here's some extra money. And that's been super transformative. The other thing I did want to mention is that I said that my husband questioned me even buying this in the beginning. My husband also really was not too excited about this business venture when I started. Like, he was very much so like, what are you doing? Like, we have enough in our life. You don't need to be doing more stuff. Like, I need you here. I'm a business owner. And that was something that took us a long time to work through, in all honesty. But because this passion was in me and this drive was in me to help others and to make something, we made it through that. And so that sometimes is a roadblock that people have in the beginning, is that, you know, how is your spouse going to be on board with something they've never even considered? Like, that's actually a really big ask for some people's spouses. And so I just got to say, if you have it in your heart that you're like, no, this is something important to me, then there's an obligation, I think, on your end to hold true to what you know is true for you, and to be confident and brave and talk to the people in your life, you know, be it parents or siblings or spouses or whoever, boyfriends, girlfriends, and be transparent and say, no, this is important to me. And I don't want to give up on my dreams. And that's something that I had to do on this journey that really has made it so that at this point, he's completely supportive and honestly excited for me and excited for the wins and excited to see where this continues to grow to. So I think those are all the things I wanted to share.
Oh my God, you did so good on time. Yay! Right? I'm so proud of you.
I want to kick it to Kesa now to kind of share her journey.
Hello, I am Kesa. So I have been a Beachbody coach since I signed up in December of 2017. So just a little background. I am a mom. I am a bonus mom. I'm a full-time paralegal. I love the outdoors, hiking, camping, you name it. I'm outside if I can. But I started this journey mainly because, I had 3 teenagers at home, super busy teenagers. I was your PTA mom. My life was built around serving my family. And so the kids are in high school, right? And my husband's like, hey, what are you going to do when these kids graduate? Like, what are you going to do with yourself? And I had absolutely no idea. I didn't really have any hobbies. I literally was I was your mom. I worked full time. I had a 2-hour commute and everything else was built around serving my family. And I didn't ever take that time for me. It was a constant yo-yo exerciser. So I joined the gym, I'd quit. I joined the gym, I'd quit. I'd find 500 reasons why I was too busy to take care of myself. I was too busy. The kids had this. I have to take them here. Like, I was really good at making time and busyness an excuse as to why I could not stay consistent with the gym. And so fast forward to December 2017, I should say about the fall of 2017, I started looking.
2018, you keep saying 2017, just so you know.
No.
Nope.
Oh, well, I signed up December of 2017. I started coaching January of 2018 with the launch of 80 Day Obsession. I don't know why she feels the need to correct me. It's my story. I'm just saying. Because I did. I signed up December of 2017. Okay, let me just do this. I started researching coaching. I'm a paralegal. I'm a researcher at heart. It's what I do. And so I started researching it. I knew that there was a brand new program being launched in January of 2018. And I see her looking like, is she right? Like, she's back here thinking, like, is she right with her dates? So I knew I was going to do the program. It was 80 Day Obsession. It was an Autumn Calabrese program. I had never done it. I had done some Beachbody workouts. I had never used their products, but I was like, this is my year. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go all in and see what I'm capable of and see what I'm capable of doing. I wasn't quite sure if the coaching thing was for me, but in my research, I figured out that I got a discount if I signed up as a coach. And so I am a bargain shopper and love to save money. So I was like, all right, you've got me there. I'm going to sign up as a coach for the discount, but I'm still super curious about this coaching opportunity. So I actually slid into Kelly's Facebook Messenger because I didn't even have IG at the time. She had no idea who I was. And I was like, hey, talk to me about this coaching thing. I want to learn more. So we met for brunch, and the rest is kind of history. So I started actually in January of 2018 with the 80 Day Obsession program. I told Kelly, I was like, I'll give this coaching thing a shot. I'm not quite sure if it's my thing, but here's the deal. I'm definitely not doing social media. Like, that's not my jam. It's not happening. You're not going to catch me posting. And she was kind of like, whatevs. Okay, fine. She kind of let me do my thing. And now, like, IG is my thing. I love learning about IG and all these other things. But since starting coaching and becoming a coach, Not only have I been consistent in my health and fitness journey, I have worked out every single week, 4 to 7 times a week since signing up as a coach. I firmly believe that me showing myself, showing up, and leading other women keeps me consistent in my health and fitness journey, and showing other people that they can do it. And I can tell you, this opportunity has brought back connections with friends that I haven't talked to in years. In fact, one of the first thank yous I got as a coach was a girlfriend of mine that I used to work with years ago as a server. And she lost, I want to say she dropped 8 pant sizes with ADD obsession. And she came back to me and was like, thank you. Like, I'll start crying thinking about it. Thank you so much. You got me back to where I was, you know, energy level, everything, before I had my kids. Like, I haven't been this size since before I had my kids. And so when you get that very first thank you and you realize that you are actually truly changing lives, this isn't just some, you know, whatever fun thing that, you know, it is fun. I will tell you it's fun. It is work. I will tell you, if you want to make this a business and bring in income and make it a business, you do have to treat it like a business. You have to show up. You have to do the work. But one of the great things about being a coach is our very first job is to take care of ourselves, and to take care of ourselves and lead by example. And so that is just one of my favorite things about this. I have also been able to travel the world, and that is something that I never thought I'd be able to do. My husband's a homebody. Like, we were supposed to be going to Mexico in April. Trip got canceled. Thank you, COVID. Not thank you. But my husband was like dreading it because he likes to stay home. So, but I've been able to go to the Caribbean because of this opportunity, and travel to different parts of the country because I became a coach. I have created friendships that I didn't know that I needed. And so all these things, from one small decision to go like, hey, I'm going to take care of me. I'm not quite sure if this coaching thing has completely transformed in 3 years to going, I won't ever leave this community. Like, I absolutely love this and the opportunity, and the sky's the limit, right? You are in control. So I don't know where my time is, but I'm going to cut it short and run it over to Kelly.
Kesa never has a problem with timing. She's always on it. It's Laura and she's like, stop talking, shut up, which is why I had to interject, because I'm like, I can't be that silent for that long. And I'm like, I have to, like, no, you didn't start in January 17, you started in January. She is right. She's signed up 2 days before the new year. We met for brunch 2 days before the new year in 17 and started coaching January 18. So my name is Kelly, like I said in the beginning, and my story is very different. There's always a little bit of similarities within our stories, but the reason why I became a coach is very different than the other two. And I was always somebody who worked out. I was at the gym 6 days a week pre-baby, but I never knew how to eat. I just, you know, I thought I could outwork a bad diet. I was way younger. And so, you know, I just went along that path. And then I, you know, got married, I had a baby, and I ended up being a single mom with a 9-month-old baby. And I was a high school counselor, which I loved my job, but I was single. There was never enough money at the end of the month. And I was like, I need more income. I mean, I paid all my bills and then I was done. There was nothing left over for happy hours with friends or coffee dates. I couldn't buy my daughter anything special. And I was just like, there has to be a different way, right? And so I actually went looking for a second income earning opportunity. And I started coaching back in February of 2014. My 7-year coach anniversary, we call it, will be this next month in February. And I started with the idea just to earn a little bit of side money, right? To have a little bit of extra every month beyond bills and to pay bills. Maybe even have a little bit of savings. And so I was like, well, I could go get a job at Starbucks. I could go get a job at Target. Like, I wasn't above doing any other kind of part-time work. being a single mom, I was like, but when I have my daughter, I'm either going to have to, like, I don't get to control my schedule. I don't get to tell my boss, well, I have my daughter these days, so you can't schedule me on these days and these times. And, you know, I didn't have any control over that. And so I went looking for something that I could do from home. I think this is 7 years ago. So you know, the entrepreneurship was a thing, but it wasn't nearly what it is today. And people, you know, wanting to look for a second income to do from home safely now with, you know, everything that's going on from our world, from our phones, from our computers. And so it was very different back then, but I still knew I needed to do something that wouldn't take me away from the already limited time that I had with my daughter. And, you know, there's Pampered Chef, and I'm, again, not speaking ill of any other companies or any other things that people choose to do. But for me, I was like, I don't think I can sell candles. Like, I don't think I can go and sell, I didn't even cook. So I definitely couldn't sell cookware. You know, there was the only legging company out there was LuLaRoe. And I'm like, it wasn't my jam. Okay. I love leggings, but not those. And so I'm like, what can I do? I didn't want to spend my time doing something that I wasn't passionate about, or I couldn't, you know, go all in with the idea of this was going to help other people. And so I started dating my now husband, and his best friends were both Beachbody coaches. They were a married couple that had founding 40 coaches. One of the founding 40 coaches was the wife of all coaches, and they both retired from their full-time jobs as a teacher and an attorney to be full-time coaches because of the income earning opportunity. And I was like, well, I don't need to do that. I love my job, but I just need extra income. And we went away for a mountain weekend, you know, when you could do those things, you know, before COVID. And I was overhearing her talking about, you know, on her phone about income opportunity and different things. And I just listened, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I already work out. I couldn't afford the gym. Like, I actually quit my gym membership because I couldn't afford the gym and the daycare to take my kid to the gym. And so I was like, well, I lived in an apartment, so I'll just go to the apartment gym, you know, I'll save money and go. I think I went twice in the 3 years that I lived in that apartment to the apartment gym. And I was like, I knew how important my health was to me. I mean, I was single. I needed, you know, I was like, I got to look good. I got to take care of myself. And so I knew that I needed to continue to work out and take care of myself. I learned way later how to really take care of myself, but I had that in my mind. So I was like, oh, I could work out from home with my kid there while she's napping or whatever. And I can also earn an income by helping other people get started on their own journey from their home. I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to leave my kid. I don't have to leave my house. I can not only work out from my home, but then I can work after my daughter goes to bed. I can work during nap times. I can work on my lunch break at my work. And I just wanted a side income. I didn't, you know, I wasn't, at that time, I wasn't trying to be a full-time coach or resign from my job. I loved my job. And so I didn't have this, like, I needed a huge physical transformation or anything. I just needed to earn income doing something that I was so passionate about. And as a school counselor, obviously I love to help people, right? I love to help. And so this was just another extension of being able to help women, people like me, and, you know, live healthier and fulfilling lives. I didn't know how much making that decision, I didn't realize, I mean, obviously after getting divorced and I would, you know, had super low self-esteem. I actually suffered from depression. I was like, I didn't realize how much I needed the help. And so, like Kesa said, you know, or it was Kesa or Laura said, you know, our number one job as a coach is to take care of ourselves and then lead by example. And at first I wasn't doing that. I wasn't leading by, I was like, oh, I just get everybody else in. And, you know, I was doing the workout, but I wasn't doing anything else. And over the last 7 years, my life has evolved. My coaching journey has evolved. I literally am proof the products work, and not just the physical transformation, but the mental, the spiritual, the financial transformation. I started this job to earn a side income for me as a single mom. This last year with COVID, my husband's job, he's always been the breadwinner since I've been married to him. You know, I worked part-time as a middle school counselor now, and I was a part-time coach, loving my life. COVID hits. My husband, his job is shut down. His business, he's self-employed, business shut down. And then I was actually forced to go full-time this coming fall, because not related to COVID, but my district was letting go of all half-time. You had to work full-time or you had to resign. Well, I couldn't do that with my husband being out of work. And so this job, one that I thought was just going to be like for fun money and play money, actually helped, because I started years ago and have built it up. Like Laura said, built a team and helped that team be successful. I was able to help supplement income for my family. I was able to provide based on how much I chose to work and put into this coaching opportunity, and how many people I decided to go out and help, whether it was with the business or with their own health and fitness journey. And I got to help my family, and I got to be the person that said, hey honey, I'm going to take some stress off your back during this horrific year that we've all been in. And now, because I want time freedom, and I want to be able to travel with my husband, and I want to be able to go to my daughter's volunteer in her classroom and things like that, that I used to do and no longer can because I'm a full-time, I was forced to go back full-time. I'm like, I am going to do this so that I never have to answer to another boss, another person. Nobody can tell me what I can or can't do. And I want that time freedom for myself and my family. I thought I was going to be a 30-year education, retire after 30 years. That's what my mom was a teacher. My whole family was teachers. And I thought that was my life trajectory. And through this coaching opportunity, through the evolvement, is that a word? I have completely transformed my life, my dreams, and I get to share that with Kesa and with Laura and all of these people that I would have never known if it weren't for this coaching opportunity. So I'm going to stop talking because we want to try to keep this. I know, right? I know. So Laura, you want to hit the next slide? So why now? And I'm going to try to keep this really quick. Why is now literally the best time? It's always an amazing time to start coaching because there's so much possibility. But why now? If depending on where you live in the country, gyms are closed where I am, and they've been closed or open shut down multiple times throughout this year. One of the reasons why our businesses have blown up in this last year is because of COVID. Find the tiny little, sunlight or whatever, like out of this horrible thing. Gyms have been closed, and health is more important than ever. Taking care of yourself is more important than ever. And so by becoming a coach to share with people what not only you're doing, but how they can do it too, is that we get to work out from home. I get to go out anytime I want, whatever day. I don't have to worry about if the gym's closed, if it's shut down, if I have to wear a mask, if it's at 25% capacity, if I have to sign up on a sign up sheet to get in and get my stuff done. I just show up, and it's amazing. And I know a lot of people, when they go to gyms, they do it for the community or the live classes. I was a fitness instructor. I loved going in that energy. But guess what? That's why we bring people together virtually, which we did before COVID. This was something like we did all of these things before COVID even happened. We had virtual live workouts where we would all work out together on Zoom. We would have virtual events. And so this was our world before COVID even happened. And so it was like, it's just another Saturday. We're just working out together on our computers. It didn't it didn't rock our world in terms of our health and fitness world and our community, our online community. If you have not heard, if you've been living under a rock from following one of our stories or listening to your coach talk about it, we had a brand new program launch. I just finished the first week, and it is fire. Like I was already excited about this program when I was talking about it in December and I hadn't started. Oh my gosh, it is the best program. It is 5 days a week. So if you're thinking about somebody who's like, I don't have the time to work out and I'm too busy and all those things that we talk about, it's 5 days a week. You get 2 rest days. Autumn gives you 2 rest days, which is unheard of. And the actual work for each workout is 18 to 22 minutes. Ain't nobody not got time for that. Okay, with the warm-ups and stuff, it's a little bit about less than 30 minutes every single workout, okay? By starting with a new launch of a new program, the excitement, you get to share your journey in real time, and you get to invite people to join you. So it's not like I have to go and do this 9-week program and wait till I get my results and then people join me. No. When people see, of course we know people love to see before and afters, and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to do what she did. But when they get to watch you going through it in real time. Hey, that was hard. She had to get up early that day and she really didn't want to, or she had to, oh, she skipped having 18 cocktails on Friday and only had 1 or 2 or didn't have any or whatever. It's like they get to see it in real time, what it takes to create a lifestyle. This is not a quick fix. Okay, we're sharing the journey. We are sharing the lifestyle. Changing your daily habits will lead up to big, huge changes in your life. The new year is here. It's already been a little crazy, but when you can control one thing, there's so much in our world that we have no control over, but one of the things that we can control is our health and how we take care of ourselves. And so while everybody's thinking about the new year and whether or not they have a New Year's resolution or whatever, they're setting goals, you have a solution as a coach. You have a solution that they can do right from home that we know has worked time and time again for hundreds of thousands of people. Okay? So that is just a few of the reasons why it's an amazing time to start being a coach and start your journey. Is there one more slide? I think the last slide is just questions, right? Laura.
Well, there's questions, but there's also like super hot pictures of us. So like, that's a thing.
So I love sharing. So just so you know that like, we're not just all, one of the jobs is to take care of ourselves and be proof the product works, meaning following our programs, nutrition plans, using our supplements, and showing people that it frickin' works. And we are all 3 huge examples of how this system works when we use it. And it's not about deprivation. It's not about restriction. It is about choosing you every single day to do something better, to do something different than you did the day before, and just trying to be the best version of yourself. And so like Kesa said, we have a ton of fun in terms of our annual summits, our weekend super Saturdays, our live workouts. We haven't been able to be together a lot, obviously this last year, a lot of things have been canceled, but just like your health and fitness journey, nothing comes without work. So if you want to lose 20 pounds, if you want to feel better, you have to work at that. You can't just say one day, I want to do this, and then show up twice and be like, oh, I'm not there yet. Okay, that didn't work. You have to show up. Same with your business. If you want to earn an income, if you want to change people's lives, like I like those stories. Like I get texts. I just got a text from a coach. Anyway, like if you want to change people's lives, you're gonna have to put in the work. But your work, your effort determines your success. How amazing is that? As educators and as a paralegal, like we get a salary. Doesn't matter how good we are at our job. Doesn't matter if we're the best counselor or teacher or paralegal, we get this amount of money. Doesn't matter if we're the worst, we get this amount of money, right? So here in this is the first time I got to earn based on my efforts and what I was willing to do. And you have that opportunity as well. So any questions?
I do want to add something while people are thinking of their questions. But the other thing is Kelly, Kesa, and I happen to be like very similar in age. Like, I don't know if you can tell that, but we're very similar in age. But what I like about our actual team is that our team actually has quite a spread of ages. And so I think sometimes it's easy to look and be like, oh, but I'm not quite like that person. But the thing is, the team that we're building, we actually don't want everyone like that person. We value the differences, and we value the idea that different stages and ages of life add tremendous value to us. And so I just want to make sure that because I could see if you were here, maybe you wouldn't see that, right? But that's actually something that's, I feel like a pinnacle, or not a pinnacle, but a pillar of something that we're trying to build. Because we don't want people to feel like you have to be like us, right? To focus on your health. Like, health is universal. Health is for everyone. Like, we want to change as many lives as possible through health. And then we also want to change as many lives as possible through helping people build their own businesses and transform their personal lives. And so whatever you're bringing to the table is enough. Like, you are exactly the person who can fit on this team and be amazing. So I hope that
I'm going to add really quick. I'll be like 1 minute. But to just kind of add on to that, you start where you're at. You don't need to wait for a transformation. You don't need to wait until you're so far into your health journey to feel like you can inspire people, because people want to lock arms with you on the journey. I also want to let you know, a lot of times one of the objections we get is you feel like you have to buy all these supplements and do all these things. Yes, you are proof that the product works. You are proof that these workouts work. You are proof that the nutrition programs work. You are drinking your shake or whatever, but you are only purchasing what you consume. There is no overhead in this gig. And so I just want to make sure that that's,
yeah.
What's that? Yeah, it's what did you say?
No inventory, like you don't have to buy
you don't have to keep anything, like you're not shipping anything, like you are literally sharing your story and getting people to join you. And so anyway, that's all I wanted to add.
Well, then I will close it out and say again, thank you so much for spending your time with us this Sunday. I don't see any questions in the chat, so if you have any after you get off, or you're thinking about it, or you want the recording to go back through because we talked too fast or whatever, then please reach out to the person that invited you to this call, because like I said, we are open books. We are not going to sugarcoat. We are not going to lie to you. We want you to be successful on your health and fitness journey, as well as if you choose to take this on as a business. And so we thank you again and hope you have a wonderful, safe Sunday. Bye.
Bye. So good to see everyone. Bye. Hey, girls.
That was so good.